All right, Bears Nation, let's get into it. This is your Bears Game 9 recap. And in Game 9, the Bears get the win over the New York Giants, 24-20. That now improves the Bears' record on the year to 6-3. Defensively, the Bears only had one turnover, which was a forced fumble caused by C.J. Gardner-Johnson and recovered by Nahshon Wright. The Bears had the Bears defense had no interceptions today. The Bears defense did have 4 sacks, a sack and a half by Montez Sweat, 2 sacks by C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and a half a sack by Gervon Dexter Sr. C.J. Gardner-Johnson had the most tackles for the Bears defense today with 7 solo tackles. The Bears' leading receiver today was Rome Odunze, who had 6 receptions, 486 yards, and 1 touchdown. Rome had the only touchdown through the air for the Bears today. Colston Loveland added in 55 yards receiving. Luther Burden added in 51 yards receiving. Rushing-wise, DeAndre Swift was our leading rusher today with 80 yards rushing. Caleb Williams added in 63 yards rushing and a touchdown. And then Kyle Monangai had 28 yards rushing and a touchdown. Caleb Williams was 20 of 36. Caleb Williams was 20 of 36 for 220 yards, 1 touchdown through the air, 1 touchdown on the ground, 63 yards rushing, no interceptions, no sacks. Your defensive player of the game is going to be C.J. Gardner-Johnson with 7 solo tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Your offensive player of the game is also going to be your overall player of the game, and that is Caleb Williams. 20 of 36, 220 yards through the air, 63 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown rushing and 1 touchdown passing, and he had no interceptions, no sacks. Bears' next game is next Sunday. It is a division opponent. We are at the Minnesota Vikings. We need to win this one because we're 0-2 in the division, so a win here would go a long way here. We get in the heart of our schedule now, obviously coming up next week. We're at Minnesota, who has had their way with us for the last 3 or 4 years. I don't think we've won a single game against them in about 3 years now. I think they've beaten us 6 or 7 straight times, something like that. And then we're home against Pittsburgh, which that's Aaron Rodgers, and he always dominates the Bears. And then we have 2 back-to-back on the road, which will be at Philly and at Green Bay. That are number 2 tough opponents. And then we'll be home against Cleveland and home against Green Bay, and then at San Francisco, and then finish up at home against Detroit. So between Minnesota and Green Bay, the 2 games against Green Bay, if we can go 3-3 in this next 6-game stretch to put us at 9-6 on the year, I'd be very happy with that. But anyways, Bear defense needs a little work yet. They need to clean up the penalties, but on that, like where this team is at right now. Already improved our win total from last year. We only had 5 wins all of last year. We didn't win our 5th game till the last game last year, and we got 6 wins this year already. So I mean, we got the right coach. I believe we got the right coach. I'm pretty sure we got the right quarterback. Offense, they're just starting to find their stride. I think they're going to only get better. Defense needs to step it up. But yeah, Caleb's still making some questionable plays. I mean, still not finding the open receivers. Olamide Zaccheaus, my brother, man, you could not drop them wide open passes. Rome, you had 2 or 3 you dropped it. You guys got to catch some of them passes that you were dropping. Wasn't for them drop passes, Caleb would have probably had 300 plus yards today. But anyways, Bears, as always, like I said, Bears' next game is next Sunday at Minnesota. As always, bear down, go Chicago.